Shalom. Call all y'all about Shalom to the left. This is a quick video update on what's going on across seas. And as you see, inflation rising, gas prices rising, and all the militaries, they on edge right now. And primarily because what's going on over in Gaza, but as the scriptures are written, it says the least of the flock should draw them out. And the least of the flock would be that small region over there, the Amalekites. And them is over here in the west. So you got this right here. It says, overshadow Gaza crimes. World reacts to U.S. attacks on Iraq and Syria. Iran, Iraq, Syria have strongly condemned the U.S. strikes, saying they will only escalate tensions. Now, let me go back up to this video right here. Get a few precepts.
The United States.
Now, this one, it popped up. So I was thinking of another one, but this one ended up popping up. So it's the book of Amos. Let's see. This book of Amos chapter 1 verse 11 says, thus saith out of 1, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Esau still got the same wrath. You go down in Carolina, Florida, Georgia, you still got sundown towns. Esau hasn't cast off that wrath. Even still to this day, you got Jake in military positions, corporate world, different business structures, and Esau still ain't cast off that pity. It's still like he didn't cast off his wrath. Now it says in verse 12, this is the main part that stood out. It says, but I will send a fire upon pt1, which will devour the places of Basra. Now, when you go back to the book of Joel, book of Joel chapter 3 verse 2 says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Hey, these nations actually getting gathered right now. They're literally over there in that region of the world. Ships are being sent out, military equipment, funding. Now in this video right here, it says a delicate operation, but hey,
States and Britain have launched a series of airstrikes on the Houthi militia in Yemen. Washington and London put out a joint statement
on behalf of the Most High people, primarily for his name's sake. Now, before I let that play, let me get this and I'll let this play. It says, reading on, it says, and will plead with them, therefore my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. And see, you still have stuff similar to this precept right here going on to this day. Boys are still passing around for harlots. Look at some of your celebrities. Girls still get sold for wine, if not for wine, other goods. A lot of them elites, a lot of them documents that came out about Epstein Island and all them other people that were so-called elite that flew out to the island. Those people that had certain type of status went out there. Man, this type of stuff still going on. And you know what people they really want the most? Our people, man. So Esau getting judged for this, and the nation's getting judged too, because they profited from this, they gained from this. They was able to build up their nation just from benefiting from sending goods over here, which I'm gonna get at in the book of Revelation. They benefited and dwelt safely, because while they was doing business, Esau, turn this off, Esau allowed them to partner up and have trade routes, have protection, and have finances coming in. So they got to pay for all this, man. Now you have a lot of people to be like, oh, well, this wasn't me. This was our great-grandfather. These are our ancestors. Hey, we are our ancestors, man. There's no new thing under the sun. Nations was warned before. Nations warned now. Just this go around, this it for Esau, man. Ain't gonna be no more of that, oh, this place gonna get destroyed, then they gonna go move somewhere else and rebuild, or they finna fly to the moon and Mars and start a new colony. Nah, that shit not going down. Let me read on some more. It says, yeah, and what have you ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine, which is crazy because you keep hearing that word Palestine in the news right now. It says, will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, I will return your recompense upon your own head. And everything that Esau laid out, like the scripture mentioned, he that dig of a pit shall fall therein. They literally gonna fall in their own pit. They don't put these nukes out all over the map. And guess what? These other nations, they got nukes too. So they moving how they want to move. They ain't stunt Esau with that bullshit. And they linking up. That's what make it even more serious for Esau. A delicate situation. Now it says, in verse 5, because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. Our people fight over hoods and shit in the States. They don't even know their lineage go back to a whole nother land. And yeah, a lot of people inhabited this land first, but primarily, when you read the book of 2nd Ezra, it mentioned how tribes actually came over here. So they was in a different region of the world before they came over here. Now it says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them and will return your recompense upon your own head. And guess what? Esau about to get this judgment.
Saying they hit dozens of targets, including underground weapons dumps, missile systems and launchers, and radars. The strikes on the Iranian-backed Houthis follow earlier U.S. airstrikes on Iranian.
What's going to happen to them? It says, verse 8, and I will sell your sons and your daughters in the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to the people far off. For the Lord hath spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Now, this was exactly what's going on. I'm going to let this video play.
Backed militias in Iraq and Syria. Baghdad and Damascus condemned the attacks, which killed at least 45 people.
This is the aftermath of U.S. retaliation. B-1 bomber jets launched an air assault on dozens of sites in Iraq and Syria. Images posted Friday on social media show several explosions on the Iraqi-Syrian border. Syrian state media showed footage of what they say was one of the attacks. The 85 strikes hit 7 different sites. U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said, the U.S. targeted sites linked to Iran's Revolutionary Guard, or IRGC, and militias it supports. He said more attacks could be expected.
So the signal is to the IRGC and to these groups, the attacks have got to stop. This wasn't just a message-sending routine tonight. This was about degrading capabilities, taking away capabilities by the IRGC and the militant groups. These responses began tonight. They're not going to end tonight.
A spokesperson for one Iranian-backed militia said the strikes on Iraq failed to meet their objectives. Iraqi authorities say the strikes violated their sovereignty.